everybody doing? Alex, me, a lot of denim going on. A lot of hair, curly hair and denim going on. We just wanted to say hi, and the live album comes out today, which is very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that we loved this show. I actually, I'll be honest with you, I forgot that it was being filmed. I came out, I was like, ah, shit, you know. And
You forgot that it was being filmed until you saw the cameras, or you just forgot altogether
No,
until you saw
I
the
forgot it was
footage?
being filmed until we were backstage, and Brian goes, "It's pretty wild, it's being filmed."
Yeah.
Huh? And I was like, "Oh fuck, man, really? I forgot that was tonight." And you know, because I put on the same show no matter what. I don't care if it's being filmed. I don't give a shit if it's being filmed, man. So I was just like, oh shit. But then I was glad because like my outfit kind of like popped that night. It was like a kind of like a I don't know, like an alternate universe, like Little Mermaid or something like that. I had, you know,
I haven't seen the footage yet, so I'll have to see what
I
that
had
could
some nice,
possibly mean.
I had some nice, like pastel bullshit on, purple and blue or something like that. And yeah, so, but this show was so nice. It was just like and this was the third time we played Crocus City Hall. I don't know, was it your second?
This was my second
Yeah,
with you guys.
and that's such a beautiful room, and I don't know, I love that room, and it's so festive and so close.
Yeah, it feels simultaneously huge, but still
Yeah.
like you feel everyone there. Sometimes with big places,
Yeah.
I think you lose the vibe of everyone as opposed to a place that's packed in.
Yeah.
And this somehow maintains both very nicely.
Totally, and it's like, and it's got like theater vibes, you know, in a way, because it is a theater.
Huh, funny how that works.
Wow, crazy shit. But anyway, we had just kind of come to the end of this huge Russian tour. I wanted to say the cities that we went to. We went to
Vladivostok was the start of it.
Perfect, you did it. You did it.
I'll bet you I could.
Irkutsk was the second. Krasnoyarsk. Novosibirsk.
Those were the three Siberian cities. If I
Yeah,
recall.
yeah. Yekaterinburg, St. Petersburg, Krasnodar, Rostov-on-Don,
Yeah.
Rostov-on-Don, Volgograd, Jesus, Voronezh, I don't know how to say it, I'm sorry, I apologize, but, and then Moscow, and then I was off to Minsk, Belarus, but I mean, but man, that was like, it was so wild that I don't really know that many artists like do that.
They said we were the third.
Yeah.
The third artist who's ever done kind of like a coast to coast through Russia like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And it was super fun. It was a little limiting because I don't eat a lot of food. You know? For me, I had let's just say, I'm glad I'm pescatarian because I ate a lot of fucking fish during that whole thing. And also I remember going into Moscow that day, and we were like, yay, vegetarian food, right? What was the place that we went? Even you ate vegetarian, I think, no?
No, that night I stayed in because it was like, vegetarian, who needs it?
They were like, no, we were like a vegan place. It was in Moscow.
Oh, it was in Moscow.
Yeah.
We went with Didier.
Yeah, it was nice. What else can I say about the day? It was very, very, very exciting show, I have to say. And there's a little video that we're gonna watch at the end of this. The video's going live at 12:30, which is in 25 minutes, and we gotta figure out something to talk about.
You were gonna yak for 25 minutes about that.
What do you want to talk
day.
about? What you're not wearing your Mexico scarf?
That's my well. But are we supposed to talk about Russia? Should I pretend that I have a Russian?
Yeah, a Russian scarf.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and there was like, there was like a lot of flash mobs during that time, which was unbelievable. What are the two Russian fan clubs? There's LP Russia Official, and then there's but they all put together a bunch of beautiful flash mobs. There's one in the theater in town, but it was airplanes, paper airplanes.
Oh yeah.
And that was beautiful.
Okay, wait. If I think really hard, I think I can do this.
I bet you got this.
Ekaterinburg.
Ekaterinburg?
I feel pretty sure.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That feels right to me too.
But if I'm wrong, sorry to both Ekaterinburg and the crowd that actually did it.
People Russia? Elpo Russia? But yeah, It was very welcoming. Like we had like, there was like, I'd look down the crowd sometimes and there'd just be like a bunch of my face, like on top of people's faces. I didn't know that that's what a flash mob was at first, like people doing that in the crowd. Like I didn't understand that. Like I thought when people said they were doing flash mobs, like that people were doing it in the street.
Yeah, like out in Times Square.
Yeah, because like
dancing.
in the States, like flash mobs were like people did that at Grand Central Station, and you'd be like suddenly like whip into like like dancing to like, I don't know,
Single ladies.
yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, so that was very, very, very cool, and it's like, I think the cover art for this is really cool, and the T-shirt or whatever that thing, because it makes it feel very official. Like I've always wanted to do I think every artist wants to do like a live album, right? Or like be proud of a live album.
Yeah, and not a lot of artists can pull off a live album.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
so I think that's the nice thing is that, I mean, I just listened to it for the first time last night, and it was like, oh man, I mean, not to toot our own horn or toot your horn, but it crushes. It just sounded killer.
Cool, yeah.
And I, unlike you, felt acutely aware of the cameras the entire time, and I remember leaving stage and being like, well, that was a doozy. Like, I thought that I didn't do...
Yeah, I mean, that was, it was difficult in that way. I don't know, I feel like people are always taking... I tried to make it like, people are always taking video footage anyway, so, like, it's always going to be, like, marked forever, so you better not... Better not fuck up, and you better not look bad, or whatever, or,
But then I was surprised last night, because I was like, oh no, it was, I guess after that many months of being on the road, like, our version of Bad was still pretty slamming, pretty good, yeah.
I mean,
so.
I actually, when I listened to it, I really tried, like, I'm so sick of myself, but I was listening to you more for the first time, because I don't really have you blasting in my shit, because I have myself blasting in my ears.
Do I need to be offended?
I keep you completely out of my in-ears.
This was the first time I actually heard you play guitar.
You're
Good
actually
job.
very good, very good. I think we should, stick with it.
But yeah, it was.
What's your favorite part about Russia? Tell me, Alex.
Well, so
besides the beautiful people.
The beautiful people, that is wonderful, and the beautiful people, the song by Marilyn Manson is wonderful. Oh, this is nice.
It's good.
As you know, I try and find a tasty cappuccino in every city I go to. So that's kind of my way of exploring every city. And
careful, people start bringing cappuccinos.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a whole thing. Well, I don't think I would turn that down. But I remember even in some of the cities that I was unfamiliar with, I was still finding. I don't know if you remember Surf Coffee was like their chain.
Oh yeah, man. It was really good.
Yeah, and I went to a whole bunch. I want to say it was in Rostov-on-Don, and I got like a. I think I measure each city. I don't know. My metric is weird. It's basically like, was the gym at the hotel nice?
Yeah.
And did I get a good cup of coffee?
Yeah.
And I gotta say, Russia delivers. It was good. And actually in Moscow in specific, I remember working out and then coming after and being like, that the dude had like arms the size of my legs, like this other guy in the gym. I was like, made me feel very small. And then I got a tasty cappuccino to wash those feelings away. It was great.
That's good. I just like the days that I can like actually have a drink, which is, if I don't have a show the next day, which wasn't that common on this, because I have like, we kind of like smushed them together a lot. I don't think it was. Oh, but no. Actually, there was a day of every.
No, yeah, this
every
one
other.
was.
Yeah, sorry.
The
so I
previous
did.
year,
I think I did drink a bit on this tour, like, because I was just like, I have a day off, and so yeah, I love that. I love that custom of like the little chilled vodka shot next to your plate the whole time. It's just kind of, because it just feels like, hey, listen, it's like wine. You know what I mean? I have to drink it. And then what's that? The red berry juice that they have next to it. Yeah, I don't think you were imbibing.
No. I mean, I have. Well, I unfortunately I know vodka is the drink of choice, but my drink remains tequila wherever I go. So.
Oh
I
yeah.
think whatever the
I always
other
think.
drink.
I think when we am I right in that when we're in the dressing room in Russia, if we try like we stopped doing tequila because it was just like it wasn't a great tequila, or we didn't like the tequila. But then if we asked for vodka, we got a great vodka. And also, what is the other? I wasn't really drinking gin back then, but I changed to gin because it's harder and nasty. year.
Well, I also remember in Moscow because that was the end of that run before we then kind of continued on to
Yeah.
Belarus and Ukraine, having several drinks after that show was done. 'Cause
Oh.
I also feel it was such a big show. It felt like the culmination of the thing, and it felt very
Yes.
celebratory afterwards.
It did, and you know what else? I didn't have this thing on my arm before that. That night, okay, that's a good story. All right, I was saying, don't chase that squirrel. I saw you looking at him. I that night, that was also a night I put the Russian general hat on, and
Oh.
I love that picture, but it offended a couple people, so I just figured fuck it. But I'll always love that picture. I'll put it back up.
It didn't go over well.
It made someone feel bad in the Ukraine, and so we shouldn't get into that.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
That's
Next
probably
topic.
a great topic to move past. Okay, but anyway, so after the thing, we decided to go to our favorite tattoo person,
Aliona?
Eliona. Yeah.
Where?
Yes, I think so. Aliona Karchina. Was that the person that tattooed me?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, sorry, it's like, Aliona, I love you. But anyway, she did this, and Brian really wanted to get a tattoo that night. And I was like, I want to get a tattoo. I'm thinking of getting this panther, this little panther. And we go, Aliona came to the, that's my girl right there. Boop. and she's so cool, and her, like, all the other tattooers, and I went up there. Dasha was up there. Hi, Dasha. Maybe if you're watching, I don't know if you are. I owe you a phone call. And I just, like, it's the first time I let Brian and I had a couple of drinks, and then I was just like, and I usually drink when I'm getting tattooed, like maybe after I decide. And my new thing is I'll never do that again. Hey, oh, and I usually decide while I'm sober, because it's dangerous. You should do that too, kids. Don't decide on the placement when you're drinking. It's bad. And then I woke up the next day and I was like, whoops. I was like nervous that I should have put it a fucking half inch down this way. And because I was sad because it was interfering with this at first. And then I think Aliona was scared that I didn't like it, but I love it. I fucking love it. But
Yeah,
that's the
killer.
night. That's the night I got fucking tattooed.
Yeah. For the first time, right?
For the first time. My baby's first tattoo. Yeah. But yeah, that was memorable because of that. And I just remember, like, Brian, he's a perfect example. Brian doesn't give a fuck where you put that shit. Like, Brian, it's just like, he's just like, he'll be like looking on his forehead like, yep, that looks right. You got that? It's a big, it's two pigs fucking on my forehead. Perfect. I like it.
Placement. Excellent.
Making bacon across my chin. Anyway, so yeah, it was
memorable for many reasons. Not least of which was the crowd was so beautiful.
Yeah, crazy.
And just so loving. And I had these beautiful meet and greets after. We hung out, and that place is really fun because the backstage is like big and you can roam around. Food is great.
Killer catering. I was
Killer
gonna say, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, was that when Max was telling dirty stories about his life?
No, that's definitely a move.
Oh,
right
what?
past.
Yeah. What was that? What city was that? So Max is telling, like, our keyboard player. He has some really good stories. I gotta tell you. He seems quiet and everything. Not so. Very, very funny and very wild man. And he.
I think again, I keep thinking everything was Ekaterinburg, but I think that was Ekaterinburg.
Really?
Yeah, it was where
And
the
so
catering was downstairs.
He's telling this very sexual story. And thinking that, the lovely waitstaff that was hanging out, like, just, waiting, to get something if you needed something, very, very attentive, and they thinking that they didn't understand what he was saying, and then how did it go?
One of them it was like there were four of them sitting there, and one of them, I was watching this go down. I was like, oh, just like watching him like a fox, every word that's coming out of his mouth, and then whispering to the ones next to her. So she's just like watching him whispering, and
oh my god.
yeah. So I try to be entertaining. I mean, Max is making stories as we speak. He's doing all kinds of stuff.
Hmm.
Team,
Oh yeah, he's
interesting stuff.
testing people for
Yeah.
COVID right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, in a hazmat suit.
Yeah, which I want to see.
He's an interesting guy. What does that mean?
Remember we went to the Mother Russia statue, the big one?
Oh, the Mother Russia statue.
In Volgograd,
yeah,
right?
and yes, and
Oh,
oh
I
my
just remembered
goodness.
that.
Name please.
Oh man, what was her
Brian
name?
Stanley goes easy
Mhm.
over there.
Our-
Brian, I
the
love you,
promoter?
man.
Mermaid?
Hey,
her
listen.
name meant mermaid?
I love
Oh
your
my God,
tattoos.
why
I've
not
told you
mermaid?
thousands of times. I love you tattoos. I love the way
Nixie
you do
Ormond.
Nixie Ormond, what was her?
it. Oh man. Hold on, I'm trying to remember a story for you guys that's very fun.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Nope.
Oh, I want to say hi to Kirill. Kirill, #1 song girl. I'm excited for you. And also,
Why am I having a hard time remembering?
I
her
don't
name?
know. Ludmilla.
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 Hi,
I
Ludmilla.
mean, I don't know any Ludmillas. Hi, Ludmilla. Remember when we went to see the Mother Russia statue and you were like, you go, she says this to me. She's like, I was like, wow, it's really beautiful. She goes, stand in front of it. I'm gonna take a picture. And she tells me to go back even further. I fall backwards into a fucking ravine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was good times. Like, I'm like, and I'm like, did you not see the thing, the ravine behind me, the riverbed,
Yeah,
the
that was
whatever
part of
fuck
the
that is?
idea.
It was just so funny, and she felt really bad. And friends like do that to friends. It's funny stuff. You're like, remember that time I made you fall down a mountain? Crazy. All right, let's see. What did Brian say? And Yuri, hi Yuri, if you're watching, fucking love the shit out of you, dude.
And Marina, both Marinas.
Brian, this is the face Brian makes when I talk about how not what is the word I'm searching for God's sake?
I don't know.
Not how restrained he is when he gets tattoos. He's got a lot of restraint. Your placement's great. Don't ever change. Don't stop.
I don't have a better picture without my photo in it, but this was that vodka that was really good.
Oh, is this the
I
stuff
just It was one of the fans gave us each like
oh yeah, I
individual
still have a
Pardon
small
my
bottle
love.
in my refrigerator because Brian's father-in-law drank the entire of the big bottle. Hi, Chad. Let's all talk about eating.
Yeah, I was gonna say this
habits on
turned
Friday.
interesting fast.
It took-
Whoa.
It took a turn. I mean, listen. And Brian is currently working on Beluga in the fridge. We got, I got out of vodka. I'm into gin now, but I do love vodka. I love me a good vodka. Do you even like vodka?
It's not my drink of choice.
What is your drink of choice?
Tequila. Tequila
right,
and
Jesus
mezcal,
Christ.
yeah. Really
Silver
Mexican
tequila?
at heart.
You really? I know.
I actually, believe it
Got
or
a
not, don't
Mexican
have that strong of a
girlfriend.
preference.
Alex has a girlfriend,
Jesus
and
Christ.
she lives in Mexico. Yeah, hey.
Sorry, ladies.
Sorry, ladies. Sorry, ladies. What else have we got?
I don't know.
I know we're just trying to kill time with you guys until the premiere comes out because we're excited the premiere of the video. And
What about the fun, interesting venues you guys were at? Like the first one was a converted hockey rink, no?
oh god,
I remember it was
about
freezing cold.
I like in my head they were all cold because it was we do tend to go to Russia during a cold time
that.
of
We
year.
did. It's like
But we got lucky because I remember I brought like this heavy jacket that I never took out once. Because I was like, oh,
yeah, it wasn't as cold as it could have been, but that ice hockey rink was very cold, and it was.
I do remember that seeing my breath while we played. Now I
And you
completely
wore- you
remember.
wore
it.
your
Yes,
winter
I wore
coat
my
on
I wore
stage.
my winter coat while I was on stage.
Yeah, it was
and
less
a very nice
cold
picture
when
of
there
me.
was people in there. Sound check was fucking cold.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
fuck,
It was
yeah.
really cool.
But, you
But
know.
we went to this killer Georgian restaurant, which I
Oh.
don't know. Did you come with us?
I didn't come. I was waiting for her to get there because she came a day after us.
The waiter kept playing like a drinking game with us.
Oh,
so
the
he was
waiter.
bringing us out all this food. It was amazing. The place was packed. The food was amazing.
Yeah.
And he would bring out vodka shots, and he had it rigged. We lost every time. So it was like
Yeah.
no matter what, we were all taking shots. And this was, I think, just
Yeah.
about the whole band and crew. And that was like that was day one. That was like welcome
Yeah.
to the start of the Russia tour. And it was
Yeah.
killer, and the food was killer, and we
Yeah.
had an amazing time we're like wandering through the streets back home at night. It was great.
You know, I mean, we've had some really great times in Russia. Many great times. And I remember even a tour before you got there. We had one night where we went out and we sang karaoke in Russia, and the shots just kept coming, and
Oh man.
yeah, and I ate because I had to order something special because like they were giving us food and it was mostly meat, but they had to make something special for me, and so they made salmon for me, and so I actually ate my meal, but like everybody just kind of had a little bit of appetizers, and then just the shots kept flowing, and then they were singing karaoke. I'd be like, oh, and I love this song. I'm gonna sing this song and this song. Everybody got absolutely faceplant drunk that night. It was pretty awesome.
I do want to make clear, that's not like we're making it sound like that's every night of tour. Those are the celebrations, the start of the Russia tour, the end of the Russia tour.
We barely did we barely did anything besides, play.
Yeah, it was pretty chill. Play and fly on our
Yes. What else we got? Orson, you good over there?
I thought the Russia tour was also nice because we came off of like a full U.S. tour. We did a huge show in Mexico, and then we like hauled all the way over to Russia via Japan. We flew through Japan.
6-hour layover.
Yeah, just crazy. And then and it was cool to see both the contrast, I think, and the similarity between like all these big U.S. audiences and how that tour went, which always feels the most kind of comfortable and at home,
Yeah.
And then this huge Mexico show, which is the first time I had ever played in Mexico with you, and that huge welcoming crowd, and then to go to like all these Russian crowds where it really does feel, it feels just very distinct. Like when you are in Russia, you are distinctly not on a U.S. tour, but seeing the kind of like warmth of the crowd and the excitement.
Yeah.
I mean, it just was like it's a really surreal experience to be in all these different places, playing what essentially amounts to the same show, like set-wise, like we're playing similar songs, or like, similar order or whatever, and just kind of seeing the different vibes of the different crowds. It's an incredible feeling.
So excited, but also so polite, where they would be sitting and clapping.
Yeah.
As opposed to like Mexico, where they're like climbing on top of each other.
Yeah, I mean, well, people have different, vibes, and some theaters like people had to stay in seats. They wanted to get up.
I liked watching the gradual rebellion though. It would be like by the end of the show, they're kind of all
like,
up. At first, they would do the thing and the guards would like flash the light at them, like they have to stay seated, and then by the end of the show, they're coming up. And they also, I feel like Russia takes the cake in terms of like the amount of gifts on stage.
Yeah, the trend of like walking up to stage,
coming up and politely handing it, and then by the end it's just covered in gifts and flowers, and it's just crazy.
I think and that's why I have Lublev tattooed on my arm, just because when we first started going to Russia, we have obvious grow up with the whole political, that's what we know of each other, like that, and then when my favorite thing is just going over there and seeing that people are just so that they want the same things as we do, and they're obviously no surprise really, but very much like us, and just really especially when it comes to music, I feel like that's what it's such a gift to be able to do music, because it's kind of like catching everybody's best side. It's like people bring, I feel like, in my experience, and what I like to see in music, I know there's harder music, like different kind of music, but the music I tend to gravitate toward is music that brings joy and love to the surface, and I feel like that's the thing that I get to experience on such a grand level as far as going to different places in the world. And Russia, I think, I don't know if I would have made it to Russia if I didn't do music, I'm not sure. Maybe I would say yes, I'd go to Moscow and or St. Petersburg, maybe if I was just like a citizen kind of traveling. But, I don't know that I'd go to all these amazing cities that I've never been to before that had so much to offer, It's very cool, and it's such a gift, and like you said, it's like they were very, there were degrees of differences between all the cities and similarities. The Matryoshka dolls, there was I got some really good ones. Do we have any time?
Until I got a wonderful Matryoshka tattoo.
Oh yeah. Show your tattoo now.
Oh, with the remaining time, I like to talk about Burger Gloves, which does nothing for you guys, but I just want to
Can you see
commend.
it?
Russia because over there, you
Sorry,
can see
Dad.
July's tattoo. This is where
Yes,
it gets
the
boring because
papa.
LP is no longer on camera, so I'm going to talk about burger gloves. There, they have latex gloves that don't get chalky, and they allow you to very cleanly eat your hamburger or veggie burger or vegan burger. And I don't know why we haven't brought that over to the U.S. Here's a better story. The Matryoshka doll. That's nicer.
Yeah.
3 minutes.
Right. Yes. At Pumpernickel. Papernickel.
Pumpernickel.
Pumpernickel. Papernickel. But yeah, uncanny.
Which
Yeah,
city
yeah.
did you get those in?
Uh,
Looking on the bottom.
Be
Whoa,
careful,
I
your
don't
son's
have it.
behind you.
oh my god, am I son?
Orson, what do you
You
think
also
about
got a
Russia?
Matryoshka, didn't you?
I got a couple, yeah.
Yeah, I think I went with you on that journey.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
It's just me and Orson here now. This is what you guys tuned in for, right?
this is the real content. I say hi to your fans. Here, come here. Obi,
Yeah.
you're gonna end this in like 2 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah. She found it.
Okay. I don't know how much longer I can just sit here silently in front of a.
Come here, dude. Do a sick guitar solo.
I don't have a guitar here.
Air guitar.
I think,
Let's show the world what we're looking at.
oh, this was a very nice one by LP Russia Official. I think that's the one.
Oh,
That
yeah.
she had
Oh.
an artist make this, and so this is the a special Lost on You edition we got here, made by this person, and I can't read it right now because it's in script. I can't tell. But so this is the Lost on You edition. It's me, and then forgive me for saying this, but Mike Del Rio inside of me. Yikes! And what's even more upsetting is Nate inside of Mike Del Rio.
I am
never,
LP.
never before said, but I love this one, and I thank you so much, and I love this one, and I gave theirs to them because they have Nate's got me inside of him, and Mike's got Nate inside of him in his other one. So anyway, so
It's IMLP dash fan dash RU.
IMLP dash N dash RU.
Yeah.
Alright, well, there you have it. Hey, let's see, what do we got?
1 minute.
We got 1 minute till the exclusive premiere of Lost on You live in Moscow.
A video.
A video.
I haven't seen these
Yeah.
yet. I'm just as excited as you
I
guys
don't think
are.
we're doing the whole show. Obviously, we're just doing one song, and
Mhm.
just so you could get the vibe, and it's really nice. What was the thing? Oh, click the link in my description of myself. Hey.
Yeah. Bye,
Okay.
guys.
Love you. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
guys.
Russia. Thank you, Moscow. Bye.